I'm fabulous, I'm cute, and I am that bitch. I think the girl is mad, cause she look like Stitch. You a slutty sad side piece, and you can never be the main bitch. So shut up, bitch, shut up. Stupid cunt.
How's everybody doing on this marvelous day? As you can see today, I was giving you tata mataleria, papi, with a side of enchiladas. Oh my god, guys, I'm just literally in the most goofiest, bubbliest mood right now. Like, I'm so like a lot of people don't realize that I am black and Latina, so sometimes I look full black and then sometimes I just look full Latina. So right now I feel like I look full Latina, like yay, papi. So yes, auntie, I'm giving you life, and you know, giving you very much me. I'm just giving you. Oh, what's that? I'm giving you very much just Selena, Bambi, Barbie. So as you can see from the title of this video, he didn't know that I was transgender. Sucks to say that this happened recently, and my last YouTube video that I posted about my peer pressure and everything that I've been going through lately, like my life update, I didn't want to get into details about it, but it was, you know, him that I was talking about when I said I didn't want to get into details, but you guys want to know, so yeah. So yeah, he didn't know I was transgender, so let me tell you guys how we met. So we was on a dating app, not Grindr. I don't do Grindr. Grindr is for the gays. I'm not on Grindr, okay? Don't try me, alright? Because a lot of y'all be asking me when I see these dating apps, y'all be like, oh my god, we on Grindr. No, it's this other lame app. I don't want to say the name of it because I don't want you guys to download it. So I'm not going to say the name of it. So, because I'm not on it anymore. And it looked like somebody was, anyway. So yeah, you know, we was going back and forth, you know, texting anything. I text him first. I sent him, like, because it's a little button you can press. It's called flirt. And I sent him, it was like, hey, and a little smiley face with a little semicolon. Then he texts back, hey, cutie, or whatever. And on my bio on there, I did used to have that I'm transgender. But I took it out because, you know, a lot of guys would text me and just say some really mean stuff. Like, you a man, this app's for ladies, get off of it. And I just was like, I don't want that disrespect anymore. And then I had to go off on them like, who was you talking to? But, yeah. Don't let this make her fool you, honey. Still. Classy. Yeah. So I didn't like the disrespect. So what I did was I took it out of my bio, and, you know, I will personally tell guys the first time we'll talk, like, they'll be like, hey, and I'll, you know, tell them, like, they'll text me, hey, and then I'll be like, hey, back, and then we'll talk a little bit, then I'll be like, hey, I'm transgender, is that okay? And then some of them might be like, it's okay, then some might be like, it's not okay. So that's what I do. But this time, I just didn't want to tell them. I didn't want to talk and explain myself. I just didn't feel like it because, honestly, I kind of forgot, but then I kind of knew. But, you know, I was just going to say I forgot. But you know, I knew a little bit because I know that's the first thing that you tell a guy when you first talk to them, because you just never know. Like, people are crazy. Like, I see all the time when transgender women, they tell that they're transgender to guys, and guys literally try to kill them. And it's literally so sad out here. Like, I've seen so many shows with that, and I'm scared to death of that. But, you know, I wasn't really thinking at the time. So, well, I was thinking. I knew what I was doing. I can't even lie. So, you know, we was texting back and forth, and he was cute. He was brown skin. He had some nice, sexy lips. it's something about lips. I'm sorry. I like sexy lips. I'm sorry. That's why my lips are so pumped right now, because I just, but let me not get into details. So, yeah, he was really sexy. Like, I'm not even gonna hold y'all up, so we was talking over. And that's when he was like, you wanna go to the movies? And I was like, when? And I was like, no, and then that's when he was like, it was I don't know what day it was, but it wasn't on a weekday, because on the weekdays, like, I like to go out. I don't like to go out to the movie theaters on the weekends, because literally everybody named mama at the movie theater on the weekends. I like to go on the weekdays. So that's when it was a weekday. So I remember us going to the movies, and we went to go see that new Saw movie. Like, y'all know that new Saw movie, like Jigsaw, that crazy guy that just loves to kill, and he'd be like that stupid movie. We went to go see that, and when we seen it, I just was like, I'm not even here for the movie. I'm here for you because you're so sexy. But, he had put his hand next to my hand, and it was kind of like doing like this, just grabbing each other's hands. And, like, it just was the perfect vibe. Like, oh my God. Like, on my mixtape that's coming out, I made a song about him, and a couple songs are about him. But, even though the story, it doesn't end well, but, I like to take everything in life as a lesson. And, instead of looking at it as a bad situation, I like to look at the positive side of a situation. Like, the worst thing can happen to me, and I'll still try to look at the positive side of the situation, because looking at it in a negative way is only going to hurt you. So, think positive. I'm telling y'all, only way to live. So, yeah, that's when, he looked at me, and then we kissed. And the kiss felt so magical, because, like I said, he had some sexy lips. And we just was like, And it felt, I'm sorry. It's like, it just felt amazing. Like, this is like one of the times I've been out in public with a guy, and he really wants to be out in public with me. I know some guys, they're ashamed to be out in public with transgender women, and he was okay with it. And we was kissing in public, and I felt like that bitch, like, what? Baby, put it in the butt. Got a body like what? Always been that one. I felt like that girl, okay? When he did that. So, don't you hate fairy tales? Like, fairy tales, just, you think that life is just, you're gonna get a knight shining armor or something, and you think you do, but you don't. But I don't know, I'm sorry, y'all. So that's when we leave in the movie theater. Afterwards, he opens the door for me. Like, he been opening the door for me all day. And also, I forgot to tell you guys, when he first pulled up, he opened the door for me, and I told him my favorite thing was, like, makeup, and that's what I'm really into. So he bought me this little cheap makeup. Do I got it? I got it! He bought me this. It's like a whole bunch of them. He bought me like a whole bunch of these little glitter palettes. So, yeah, that was. So, afterwards, I'm going in the house, and I'm just feeling like, I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it. Because it literally just felt like amazing. Like, I went out with this guy, literally out in public. And, a lot of people, they know me. Well, I'm going to get into that. So, that's when the next day, I didn't even think about telling him. I didn't care at this point, because I'm thinking, like, he likes me for me. Like, he sees me as a woman, and that I am, and he respects me out in public. So what do I need to tell him right now for? We're not, getting any deeper with this. And, I'm like, what do I need to tell him? But, you shouldn't think like that, because they do have the right to know. But, I didn't think like that. I said, forget it. So, that's when the next day I get a text, and he was like, why didn't you tell me? And I knew the text was just from, you know, about me not telling him I'm transgender. But, you know, I just played stupid. I just was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, why you didn't tell me you transgender? And I just was like, I forgot. I didn't forgot, but you know. And then that's when he was like, that's not cool. You could have told me that you was a man. You got me out here looking stupid. I'm showing my family you, and I got to find out through my family, like, you a man. That's disgusting. I ain't gay. I don't want you. And, you know, when he was saying that, I literally felt like boom, 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 boom. Like shots going through me because I'm like, dang. He's saying all this stuff. So, I'm just sitting there like, you know, I was letting him say it because I know you guys probably like, you should have stood up for yourself, but you know, honestly, I feel like he had the right to say that because I should have told him. But you know, on the other hand, he didn't have to disrespect me like that. Like, he could have just kept it like, why didn't you tell me you're transgender? You didn't have to say all that long paragraph saying all that disrespectful stuff. So, and you know, I've been through it with guys a whole bunch of times, you know, so many stories, but like, you know, I could say this one is the one that hurt me the most, but you know, I've been hurt so much at this point in my life. I'm just literally like, okay, what's next? Because, you know, if it ain't one thing, it's another. So I just texted him back and I was like, I'm sorry, you know, I should have told you. So what I'm guessing is that his family member, he probably showed his family member maybe me, and they probably knew me from my YouTube or probably my music or my Vine. I don't know, from anything. So I don't know. I'll never know the full side. So I was still trying to talk to him. I was like, so do you still want to talk to me? He was like, no, you're a man. That's disgusting. But I was like, you didn't see me as a man when we was out, like, you know, yesterday. And he's like, that's before I knew. I don't want nothing to do with you, dog. Stop texting me. Like, dog, like, stop texting me. So I'm like, literally, because you was not on this yesterday. And I know when a person shows you their true colors, believe them. Believe them, honey. When a person shows you what type of person they are, that is the type of person he is. And he's showing me what type of person he is. He disrespectful, he ignorant, and he don't understand, and he don't want to understand, and it's just disrespectful. He is so worried about what the other people are thinking about me and all this stuff, and he thinks that it's, you know. So, I'm just over here, and I'm just, like, literally, like, dog, like, come on now. So after he said all of that, I'm literally like, can we, you know, still talk? I'm trying to call him on the phone. He hanging up. And he was like, dog, if you call me one more time, I'm about to pull up at your house and kill you. And, you know, I don't take threats lightly because, you know, he does know where I stay at. And that's, you know, I should have never, you know, had him pick me up from my house. I don't know what I was thinking. But I don't know. I'm honestly still kind of shaky about the situation because, you know. So then that's when I just stopped texting him. I blocked his number. So that's when I go back on the app and he's still saying some whole bunch of disrespectful stuff. Like, I can't believe you did all that. Like, you know, and I'm just like literally over here like, dang, like he really threatened me. So I blocked him. I deleted that app and everything. And I'm done. I removed it. He's gone. But, you know, that was like last month or whatever. And I'm done with it.